Hello everybody, it's Moltrap, and I'm going to be doing the rest of this series on my own. I had originally I did the first game as a dual commentary with Cholera, and so if you didn't see it, it's probably going to go on the Vile Attack account, so you might want to check there for that, since we put our dual commentaries up there usually. But we were having too many vent problems, too many technical issues with Ventrilo, which is what we use to talk to each other online when we're recording these games. So I'm just going to be doing the rest of the set myself, probably, if I have time for it, which hopefully I will. Anyway, yes, Merry Christmas with Backho. This is Backho right here, one of the players for Lake Half Oz, and he is something of a wild card player. You know, I don't regard him as very good, but you know, sometimes he does manage to beat very good players, and so it's kind of strange like that. You know, Caller was telling me, warning me, apparently his OSL group was hilarious. He didn't say in a good way or a bad way, but, so you might want to, I don't know, check that out. I guess apparently that was an interesting, set of games, but, anyway, moving on though. Yeah, but Backho, he's capable of some good play, although I don't usually regard him as very good, so, you know, it could go either way, really. I do actually kind of favor him in this, because he's just come off of, some wins. Well, I guess I will spoil the OSL, because it's happened, already, so, you know, maybe stop listening for about 30 seconds if you don't want to know what happened to OSL. He did actually win a best of 3 against Firefist, who was a decent Zerg, in his OSL group. So he's coming off some good wins against Zerg, and the player that he's playing right now is actually GoRush. You know, he's a SKT1 Zerg, and I think he was actually, if I remember correctly, he was actually taken off of SKT1's A team recently, which is pretty big deal considering the fact that he's a kind of an old school player, very, very famous player. He's done extremely well in Star Leagues in the past, like in 06, but he hasn't been doing very well lately, and you know, so people are always sad to see those good players decline. But yeah, Diggity still likes GoRush. I've never really found much of a taste for him myself, but anyway. So, should be an interesting game, though, one way or another. Both these players capable of very good play, but also not really on the tip-top of their game. We've got GoRush going for, it looks like a 9 pool there, maybe an over pool. I wasn't paying too much attention. I was looking up some statistics in the background. And Backho setting up an interesting door here, putting his forge way out in front of his pylon. That's going to make it so it's going to be easier to set up cannons far away from his door, which is good against Zerglings. Good, you know, to protect against Zergling run-bys if he's thinking about that or something like that. He's going to go ahead and scout GoRush here pretty quick and be able to see that pool is going down, see that the gas is mining as well. Now, it's not clear yet if he's just mining gas for speed upgrade or if he's mining gas for an actual for lair or something like that, or possibly both. Okay, so he has taken actually his drones off of gas, put them back on minerals. So this is a very good build for putting early pressure on. You get those speed Zerglings, you can put some early pressure on, and then you put your drones back on minerals, and then and then you can get your economy going again. And it forces the Protoss, as Backho has, to put down a couple cannons to protect against speed Zerglings. And but it doesn't slow down your economy too much, because you can switch back to an econ build, get down your second base, which is what GoRush is doing right now, and still start macroing up from there. And so it's a pretty strong build. This is actually in the recent SC2 GG show match. It was the build that I was trying to use beforehand. I ended up abandoning it, but it's similar to the build that In Control actually used in the World Cyber Games US. That's where I got it from. And anyways, but yeah, I mean, it's not like an uncommon build. It's not like a crazy build. It's something that's relatively common. And GoRush, let's see if he's... I'm not sure if he's... anyway, I was trying to figure out how many lings he had. Yeah, he is getting more lings. He does have speed upgrade as well. Sometimes that's what I was trying to figure out, but I couldn't spot the lings. I wasn't paying attention. And now it looks like he's going to get that third base going as well. killing a scout off so he doesn't know if the third base is there or not. I mean, he got within sight range to see if it was there or not, but he didn't see it go down yet, so he's not going to know if it's there completely. And yeah, so he saw all those Zerglings though, so he's going to be expecting a run by here. And GoRush is just being relentless, hunting down those scouting probes, just absolutely denying him any scout at all. And this is now he has his second base going up. Now he's going to start putting drones back on gas, going for a more long-term tech build. So it doesn't look like he's going to try for any kind of run by here or anything like that. He did make a few more Zerglings after the initial 6, and that's kind of scared Backho into pulling probes off to make a little wall there. And that's kind of part of the point of making all the Zerglings, but now I don't think he's going to actually try and go for it. Otherwise, he would have been pumping out a lot more Zerglings here. Well, we'll see. He is mounting Zerglings out in front of Backho's base, but like I said, I don't think that's what's going to happen. Well, I don't know. Let's see. He's setting up for it. Backho putting down a Stargate now. Pretty normal thing, and he's going to try and sneak a probe out. And oh, it looked like the Zerglings were on hold position. Actually, it looks like he may have been trying to tempt those Zerglings into the cannons, and maybe that's why the probe went out there. I thought he was going to try and sneak it out to try and get another scouting probe out to do some more scouting to see what was going on. He's going to have a Corsair before too long, and Protoss always gets the Corsair anyway. It's just for scouting purposes regardless. And yeah, so it looks like Backho's going to go for the kind of normal Zerg build lately, get the Spire down, and then get some Scourge out, just to generally take control of the air, deal with any Corsairs that come out, and shut down the Scout too. If you can Scourge that first Corsair, you know, even theoretically before it gets a Scout in your base, then that can be very, very important and keep the Protoss in the dark for that much longer. And not to mention, you know, losing that first Corsair, it's going to really, really cut down your ability to build up that critical mass of Corsairs to have control of the air. So, but yeah, having the early Scourges out really keeps the Protoss in their base, makes it so they can't really move out at all without fear of you know, tons of Mutalisks bearing down on them or something like that. And GoRush is actually sacrificing an Overlord to run into the base here, but he's actually going the wrong way. He didn't see the Citadel of Adun at the bottom, so he's not going to see any critical tech here. I don't think he was within range to see that Citadel. And if he's going for Templar, he definitely didn't see any Templar archives, because I haven't even seen any Templar archives. Just the Citadel so far. There's the archives in his natural base. Yeah, so GoRush has no idea that he's going for early Templar. For all he knows, he's going for